Batman Arkham Knight is such a fun gaming experience. While this is not my favorite in the Arkham series, it is still quite enjoyable even a decade later. Taking place 9 months after the events of Arkham City, Batman once again confronts Scarecrow. This time, he's launching an attack on Gotham City. Not only does Batman have to stop him, he has to deal with some of his old enemies and as well the mysterious Arkham Knight. Having spent nearly 50 hours playing this, not only is this one of the best Batman video games out there, but it's also one of the best games from the 2010s. The graphics look amazing, the gameplay mechanics still hold up pretty well, even the story is excellent. Shouts out also to the voice acting, it is exceptional, especially from Mark Hamill and the late Kevin Conroy. And just like the previous two games, the costumes in this, they definitely are a standout. With some of them being either from the movies or comic books, they even brought in the classic TV series Batman suit, which looks quite goofy in the backdrop of Gotham City. The combat is impressive as it always has been. There are some interesting puzzles. There's just so much to do, especially with the side missions. Speaking of which, I thought that some of the side missions could have been a bit better. For example, Man-Bat. Instead of having a boss battle against him, I jump on his back 3 times, inject the cure, and well, that's it. He's human again. I wanted to have a decent fight with that creature, but it's just a small minor complaint because overall, this game, it still is pretty great if you ask me. I have to give credit to Rocksteady Studios. This is like the darkest in the Arkham series. One of the main reasons is because it explores some of Batman's past, some of his backstory, such as what happened to Jason Todd. But there were some surprises that I actually saw coming from a mile away. And not to brag on this game, but I was a little disappointed with the boss fights. Seriously, what in the world happened? Some of them was related to tanks, but some of them also was like due to gimmicks, like where you fighting Pig, or even dealing with Two-Face. I'm like, man, Rocksteady should give us better boss fights, even in the main story, when you're actually fighting some of the main villains is in the Batmobile. The Batmobile definitely runs like a tank, definitely has a lot of great features in it. Not only is it just used to tracking down enemies and getting to point A to point B. Now granted, there are some other Easter eggs that I had fun with, but I wasn't going to collect all the 200 plus trophies from the Riddler. Seriously, that's probably like one of my other complaints of this game, is that getting all the trophies to see the final ending, which I think was redundant because it takes a lot of time just to collect all those trophies, you know. Another thing I want to point out is that Joker has a large presence in this game, considering that Batman is seeing him as a hallucination. And you know, there are some moments I was like, man, this is some great writing. And I really did appreciate the care and effort that Rocksteady Studios put into this. Nonetheless, this is a nice conclusion to Batman's story. The voice acting, the graphics, the gameplay mechanics, it all comes together to make quite a memorable experience even 10 years later. I'm giving this video game an 8 out of 10. Honestly, in my opinion, Arkham City is the best out of the trilogy, but this is a close second. As far as villains are concerned, I get why some didn't return for the main story in this installment because it would have made it feel overstuffed. This game is long as already it is with extra content, so just having extra villains probably would have made this felt sloppy. The replay value to this actually is pretty high. There is all those side missions after you beat the main story, the combat and predator maps where you can play as different characters. There's a lot that this game has to offer. It is simply being Batman, it's being the Dark Knight. It is quite a way to conclude this Arkham series. And I actually will go back to replay through the story once again just because it is that entertaining in my opinion. And that is my review of Batman Arkham Knight. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this video game. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying, peace out.